Audience right here. Let's keep going.
Hi, today I'd like to inform you about the life and accomplishments of Jackie Robinson, not only as a baseball player, but the future for black athletes. Jackie can be quoted by saying, "Life is not important except for the impact it has on others." A lot of people may know of Jackie Robinson, but do they know his whole story? Jackie was born on a plantation in 1919 in Georgia. Later, he moved to a high school called John Mayer in California, where he was a 4-year letter winner in football, baseball, track, and basketball. Jackie was fortunate enough to play at UCLA, where he was also a 4-year letter winner in baseball, football, track, and basketball. Due to financial issues, Jackie had to enlist in the Army, but later he was honorably discharged. After being discharged, Jackie played the Negro Baseball League and traveled all around the Midwest. He had a great season in the Negro Baseball League, and later was recruited by the Brooklyn Dodgers. In the MLB, it wasn't always easy for him. He had struggles with being black, and the racial slurs from coaches and other players did not stop, even whenever he was eventually called up on April 15th of 1947. Harassment as a player continued even throughout his success. One game that sticks out that a lot of people know about is Ben Chapman and the Phillies. During the game, Ben Chapman kept yelling and screaming derogatory terms and slurs towards Jackie. However, that did not affect Jackie, and they went on to win the game. Later, many teams and players said they won't even be affiliated with Jackie or on the same field with them. On Jackie Robinson's website, a couple of achievements he had was National Player of the Year in 1947, led the league in stolen bases in 1947 and 1949. He was National MVP in 1949, and he was an All-Star from 1947 to 1954. Jackie led the Brooklyn Dodgers to 10 World Series and eventually won one in 1955. Jackie was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962, being the first black athlete to do so. While Jackie was an amazing baseball player, an amazing teammate, his impact on life after sports is what we know today. Jackie broke the color barrier and was the first black athlete to play sports, to play Major League sports. Due to racial threats and slurs, Jackie's career was not roses and blossoms for him. He kept going. He had a major role after baseball starring the Jackie Robinson story, and they also made a movie called 42 that tells his story of his trials and tribulations as a person and a baseball player. He opened a men's store for guys to go in and get clothes who weren't as lucky as other people to have enough money. He started a construction company for people who had low income, and he offered to build them homes even if they couldn't pay. Wrapping things up, Jackie broke the color barrier and was the first black athlete inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he changed the lives of black athletes and the future of black athletes as we know. Jackie's life was not important except the impact he had on others. Jackie made sure he impacted others. Bingo. Done.
That's all, folks. Still here.